Okay, we are live. Let me just make sure I can hear myself because I don't want to be talking to myself here for hours. And I'm glad to see you here today. There's some exciting things I want to share with you today. So let me just make sure real quick. I can hear my own. I can hear my own echo. So this is a great day, and just like we always do at the beginning, let me drink some water. Not water, juice real quick. Man, it's like early morning. It's like early in the morning here today. And if you're watching this, I want to ask you a question. Now, do you operate like an online business, or you have a website, or you have a product and services that you're promoting, or maybe you're promoting someone else's product and services? Now, how is it working out for you? Are you getting the kind of income that you want? Are you happy with your results? Now, are you highly satisfied with the kind of return that you're getting? Well, if you answer no to any of the question, you want to watch this live workshop to the end, because today we're talking about a mental money map, to making it big online. And I know it sounds like a big promise, but by the end of this workshop, you will know that this is way more than possible, you know. And most of us, when we just started out, it doesn't matter if it's online or offline or whatever stuff we're doing. The main thing that we have, the biggest thing that we have to accomplish is, want to make an extra 5,000, want to make an extra 10,000. But what we don't understand is what this extra 10,000, 20,000, what does it got to do for us? Those are the kind of thing. You might be sitting, I'm sorry, my phone is just going off all of a sudden, but let me turn that off real quick, and we can continue from there. But I just want to make sure everything is going good. So when we started out, the main thing we want to get is want to make an extra 5,000, want to make an extra 20,000 even. But what we don't understand is what it really will do for us, because like one of my mentors was saying, um, this is a really cool guy, and I always mention this as, consider us like part of life. I know this is like off the chart and it has nothing to do with this, but just bear with me here in a minute and you understand totally what this is all about. um so what this is we always, I'm sorry, my phone is just going off like crazy. This is not my intention today, but I'm getting distracted with everything that's going on. But just bear with me. So one of this is my mentor, and I have much respect for this guy, and it's because what life is all about. It's about like giving and receiving, really. That's really what it's all about, because if you just thinking about you, sometimes it's hard for you to get out of yourself. Because think about it, you're making an extra $5,000, $10,000, because you want to provide for your family. You want to provide for your family. You see, in return, you have that feeling of being like, the sole provider of your family. You have that good feeling of having accomplished something. So ultimately, when you dig deep down, it's about the feeling. It's really not about the money. I mean, most of us, we go to work and we think we're going to work because we want money. But if you dig deep down, it's about the feeling, because ultimately, if you get the money or you provide for your family, and maybe you take your family on vacation, or maybe you get yourself, a nice, car, or get yourself some nice clothes, just like this one. No, I'm kidding. Well, this is actually good. I mean, what do you think? Get yourself like a nice shirt, get yourself some good things. So it's ultimately, it's about the feelings that we will get, you know, and it's not so much about the things, it's about the feelings. I mean, think about it. How does it work? I mean, think about it. Like, if like how does that, I usually think about this. I mean, think of an iPhone. If you look at it pretty well, this is basically like, a piece of metal, you know and if you look at this, like, how does it really work? Because I think about this stuff all the time. This is just a piece of metal, but if it's not for the fact that other people value this, I don't think you'll probably value it yourself, because it's just a piece of metal that's been designed in a certain way. uh it looks attractive. But if like if you had this and it didn't mean anything, let's say, I hope you kind of, if you're getting this, just kind of type in a quick uh message on the chat box, and I'll say this. If you follow up with this. Now, if you look at this, it doesn't really mean anything, but or if people didn't value it, it won't mean anything to you even. Like, how does it work that your mind, let's say somebody gave you this as a present, like, how does it work that your mind sees this and it tells your own, it's like your eyes, viewing it and then telling your body that, wow, be happy, it's time to be happy. Meanwhile, it's not the thing, it's yourself telling yourself that because you had this as a present, you can be happy. It's just the same thing. You make an extra 5,000. Your brain is. I mean, you see a piece of paper, which is like, let's say you have $5,000 cash. You see a piece of paper, and your brain is telling yourself, goes to your heart and to your through your nerves and to your muscles, telling them, hey, get excited. And the day is just so you become so happy and stuff like that. So if it's yourself telling yourself to be happy, why can't you just tell yourself to be happy all the time? I mean, how come you think it's possible for you to just have that feeling all the time without any piece of paper or piece of metal or anything like that? It's very, very possible. Because if you can take that feelings and then combine it with the right actions that you have to take, that will propel you to your destiny, ultimately where you want to be. And that's what we'll be talking. That's really what a mental money map is all about. Now, they have some steps that you have to go through in order uh, to reach that point, and that's one of the stuff I'll be going through. But first, if you have no idea who I am, I know I've been talking here for a while and probably have no idea who I am, and you just met me for the first time. My name is Zoe, and I started out in this industry about uh, 3 years ago, 2013. And I started out in a traditional network marketing company, and so that I used to work in a hospital, slaving away 12 hours a day. And what I didn't like about my job was just the fact that whenever I'm going on break or going to the bathroom, I had to tell either my coworker or my supervisor, because they had to know where I'm at all times. And I was dealing with critically ill patients that needed my attention at all times. And so there wasn't any privacy. And I didn't want to be restricted to any particular job, place, or city. I wanted to do what I love to do best, travel the world and, experience other places. And that kind of got my attention to doing travel nursing, which I did for a little while. But the only problem with that is I'll go to like a strange city, that, I love to do. But then I'll be stuck on the job for 12 hours. So I'll wind up, let's say, I did travel nurses. I have to be in a city for like 3 days. I'll spend that 3 days and 12 hours a day. I'll be at the hospital, and then I have 8 hours to sleep. So what does that leave me? 4 hours to move around. By the time I come home, working 12 hours a day, I'm so tired. I just go to bed. And so I really did not move around and do what I love to do. And so that kind of got my mind thinking of what else I can do. Fortunately, I had this friend of mine, which we actually invited him to our home, and he came to our home. It was just, it was like a Saturday, and it was just me and my dad at home, and he started drawing circles on a whiteboard, and like you get two, get two, get two, and in a month, you build this huge downline. Sounds familiar? Well, we got hypnotized. Me and my dad, we just got hypnotized, and we quickly signed up because we saw that as a great opportunity. And we actually made some money, because this guy promised to be coming to our home and be giving these presentations. And all we got to do is invite people, which was pretty easy, pretty simple. And so we invited the first time about 15 people, and 10 or 11 of them quickly signed up. And that day we made $600, like boom, like that. And I was like, wow. So what I did was I quickly took my calculator and I multiplied 600 times 30. And guess what? It was about 18,000. I was like, 18,000 in a month. If I can do this, get 15 people in my home every day, guess what? Um, I can easily make 18,000 a month. So that got me really excited. So, I was so excited. I was getting people to our home. But what happened was this guy, he started having a lot of distributors. Now, if you've done any kind of network marketing or anything like that, you probably know what I'm talking about. Distributors, they're like reps. So he had a lot of them. He couldn't be in one place. He couldn't be like in 20 places at the same time. So he cut back on, coming to a home and giving this presentation. And I couldn't. And so we had to look for another way to get people to see our business, and get people into our business. And so I was back then, I was pretty shy. I couldn't even stand in front of people, put two words together, talking about standing in front of a camera like this and giving a presentation. I couldn't do that. And so I was looking for other ways to get our words out there. And so I started using these flyers. I'll go to the computer and type in like flyers. I put my phone number and website and email, so that way people can contact us. So we'll make these flyers, and we'll go to like the mall or like Walmart and places like that, and I'll be pasting these flyers on people's cars, so that way when they come to see it, if it's something that they're interested, they can call us. And I remember one time I had this group of people, they're voting. It was voting season, and I had this group of people going out to vote. And I created about 2,000 flyers, and I was handing it to these people. And I remember it was like, wow, this bunch of people, at least, we'll have a lot of them will call and stuff like that. So we're handing out these flyers, and a lot of them be looking like, like, oh, whoa, what do you want me to do with this, But still, they took it, and and 3 days passed by. 3 days, not a single phone call, not a single text, not a single email. And it was pretty depressing. And I thought, whoa, this is, I felt. And then, because back then I had already quit my job. And about a week later, my dad quit on me. He said, he cannot do this. This is completely stupid. Let me go back to whatever stuff I was doing, because I was working in a hospital, and I was earning about, over 70,000 a year. And it was a very, very good job, even though it was like really tight. But my dad quit on me, and 3 months going by, not a single dime, and I was getting short on cash and no customer, no kind of, I'm spending money, no income coming in, and had bills and all this stuff. And it was pretty depressing, because I remember my dad telling me, go back to your job. This is stupid. And I remember all the excitement that I had. nothing coming in. I quit my job. I had bills come in. It was pretty depressing. But things started changing. I mean, things started changing in a good way, and things started coming back live. Things started making sense when 3 months down the line, I had this good email from a good friend of mine that, telling me the email was just about telling me how I can completely take, my whole business online. And it was really, really exciting, and the email was short and simple, and it all makes sense. And when I clicked on the video, just like a video like this, and I was watching it completely, it showed me step by step how I could do this. And one of the places that, it was showing me how to go about it was Google. And so you can place your website on Google. And back then we're using this black hat, magic, to get our stuff ranked on Google. And it was really, really exciting. And so I followed those steps and I could get my stuff on Google. Now, just bear with me. I'm coming to the good part. And I could have my stuff ranked on Google. And another place the show was that the training, it was about Facebook. So it was telling us how to, go to different groups and have a link paste on, like a home business, work from home, make money online, business opportunity groups. I'll be signing up on all these groups, and I'll have my link paste on all these different groups, and hopefully, enough people will see my website and they'll buy something from me. And it was just unattractive, unattractive marketing. I call it push marketing. You're struggling, and it's kind of like amateur, you know. And what exactly is amateur? It's like, you have a, let me really show you this stuff. And it's very, very unattractive. I having people be sending me nasty emails back and say, whoa, like you're a scammer, all this stuff. And this is what I want to pass on to you. You cannot fight, darkness with darkness. There's no way. The only way to fight darkness is turn on the light. So don't go back, trying to prove that your business opportunity is like the best one, especially if you're just starting out, because that can sound pretty depressing. You get nasty email like, you're a scammer and stuff like that. Do not fight evil for evil. Just ignore 'em. That's the best way to handle that. Because a lot of people, I see a lot of people that get kind of weird out that, well, maybe I'm doing something wrong. Especially when somebody's pointing a finger on you, like pointing a finger at you, say, hey, you're a scammer, stuff like that. A lot of people might feel, like they're doing something wrong, and then they might wind up quitting on their dream, which is not the case. Don't fight evil with evil. Don't fight. The only way to fight darkness is turn on the light, as easy as that. And so that's one of the things. So let me share my screen and show you exactly what was going on. So let's see. So, and this is the good part of what we want to do today. And I hope you can see my screen. Let me just make sure you can. If you can see my screen, just go ahead and just kind of give me a quick why, on the so I know you're with me, because this is really important stuff that I want to share with you today. And so we have 4 things that we'll talk about today. And before I do that, let me just kind of share with you. This is like a, like a sketchboard kind of thing. It's pretty new. I don't really know myself how to use it good, but it's from Google. Google have this sketchboard thing. So it's just really, really cool. If you want to check it out, just go to the website, sketchboard.me. And so this is what. So, it doesn't matter who you are. There's high chances that you have, a website. Let's say this is your website. Let's see. Let me get this. Okay. Let me. So this is your website. Let's say this is your website, right? Now you have a website, right? Or even if it's a business, let's. So it doesn't matter. You can call this. You can call it can be a shop. A shop. This can be a shop, or it can be or it can be a website. It doesn't matter if it's online or offline. Oh, I'm not sure. Okay, I'm not sure what happened there. And we can call this a website. Man, I cannot talk and type at the same time. Do you know exactly what I'm trying to do here? Okay, website. Wow, I can't spell website. Yes, I can. So this can be a shop or it can be a website. Now, the number one thing you need is you want to have people see this website. See, that's one thing. You want to have people see this website. People have to see it in order for them to buy something. You know, let me just draw right here. Uh, so here's the thing. Uh, let's just say this people that are coming to your website. It doesn't matter how I draw this. I mean, I think you kind of understand what I'm trying to do. So people have to come to your website in order for them to see it. In order for them to buy something, they have to first of all see your website. And then now once they come to your website, there's a you have like you want to have like a form web form, a way for you to collect their information regardless of whether or not they buy something or not. And this is your list. This is what is called your list. Oh, this is actually S. I don't even know how to. Okay, so this is your list. So when they come to your website, regardless of what, if they just visit your website, it's just the same thing. Like they come to your shop, what is the next thing you ask? You ask them whether or not they wanna whether you can show them something, whether you can help them. And so that is when once you get their information, regardless of whether or not they buy something, they become a prospect. They become in your list. So this is what is called a prospect. Let's just call that P for prospect. But they haven't bought anything. Now, once they leave your website, you wanna have like a thank you page. You wanna thank them for coming to your website, right? So this is called a thank you page. They just thank you. So this is what it's called. Thank you. So thank you page. So you have a thank you page. Now, once they leave that thank you page, this is only when you offer them your product, which is like your whatever stuff you're promoting. This is when you offer them your product. So let's just call this your money page. See? So here is the roadmap. If you can just get enough people to go through this, now majority of the people are not gonna buy. Let's say about 95% of the people, they're not gonna buy anything and they'll be on your list. Now, what do you do with these people? That's a whole nother story. Now, once they come in and you send them to your thank you page and they go to your money page, some of them will buy, some of them will not buy. But the big question is, what do you do with these people? Now, that's what we'll be talking about. You have like a series of emails that you'll be sending to these people. So you can send them content number one. Let's just put content number one, content number two, and content number three. So these are the emails that it's like content emails that it's like you building relationships. So the first thing you'll be building is so the first one will be trust, because if they don't trust you, they're not gonna buy anything from you. So you'll be building trust. in the first email. And then the second one is you'll be you'll be developing like understanding, understanding, you being like an authority, understanding. So basically you're looking, you become this authoritative figure in your this attractive guy, that people want to do business with you. Oh, wow, I don't know, this stuff is getting bigger. I didn't do that, I promise. So so that's the thing. So you build understanding, trust, and then the third one is you can just simply uh understand their needs, understand their needs. And because it's not just about selling and stuff like that, you want to understand, their needs, their challenges, because everybody has needs and challenges. And this is best described by this one scientist back in the, I promise I'll be quick, back in the, I think the 1900s, Abraham Maslow, you probably heard of it. And he stated that every human has this hierarchy of needs. And if we don't have these needs met, we're basically haunted by these needs, to get it to have it met. So the lowest needs are like food, shelter, and the next one is like love and belonging. And the next one is self-esteem, then self-actualization. So he said that the lowest needs, if we don't have it met, we're basically like haunted by those needs. And one of the lowest needs is like security, which is usually like income, generating income, and privacy, security, and like health, health, which is the next one, and relationship, which is like our basic needs. Like if we don't have these needs, like if you're really broke, you always look for a way to get more money. If you're unhealthy, you're getting sick, you always look for a way to get healthy. If you're too fat and tired, you look for a way to get more energy. If you're sick and broke, you look for a way to get more money. If you don't have a relationship, if you don't have love in your life, you always look for ways to get more love. So those are the challenges that at least every human being has. And so if you're doing any kind of information product or digital, in the form of ebooks or like membership site or website or anything like that, and if you're able to relate to these needs, and that's why these three needs are called the mega niches, and they're the most income generating niches online. That's health, wealth, and relationship. Those are the three mega niches, and those are they make at least 80% of all the income generated online. And so every human has these challenges. So if you're able to speak to their needs, you build trust and you build understanding, and there and only then will they be able to buy, from you, because they feel like you understand their needs, and that is only when they can buy from you. And so, what does that got to do with mental money map today? Well, it has everything to do with it, because actually, this, I'll be real quick. Actually took a survey for like it was about 20,000 people that are interested in and they're interested in business opportunity online. And actually, I was looking for a way to find out what are these people's biggest challenge. You know what I got? Overwhelming majority of these people, they love to understand other people. You know, they want to know they want to know about other people's needs. But the only problem that they had is they don't feel good about themselves. Because I was wondering, I'm like, wow, these people, they really want to learn about other people, but then they keep slamming their website with like with traffic. They just slamming their affiliate coded link with traffic. It's like you're shooting in the dark, you know. It's like, you're just throwing your net out there. Hopefully you catch, a fish or something like that. You didn't they don't do any, it's like you didn't do any kind of market research, no message to market match or something like that. You shoot in the dark. Hopefully, you know, uh something sticks, and that's not the way to go, you know. And what I discover is these people, they really want to learn about other people's needs, but they don't feel good about themselves. If you don't feel good about yourself, now how are you gonna, it's like you don't love yourself. How are you gonna love somebody else? I see people all the time in relationship, you don't love yourself. So it'd be really hard for you to love somebody else. So that's where the problem was actually coming. And uh, and that's one of the things that I want to share with you today. If you don't have a mentor, oh man, I gotta log in. If you don't have a mental money map of where you're going, how is it possible that you will get there? So that's what this morning map, it's like a morning map or something like that. Because think about it. What is the first thing that we need right here? You guessed it right, traffic. Now that's why we talked about Google traffic, we talk about Facebook traffic and PPV. So those are the first thing. And the second thing that we need is a website, and that's what this website is all about. And so the third thing is a thank you page. You're thanking them because once you go here, you automatically you will capture their email in your email sequence, and then you send them to your thank you page. But then and only then you send them now to your special offer. See how cool is that? And then once they're on your list now, you start sending them content number one, content number two, number three, and even four. Usually I'll even send them number five. Now this is like an exit pop-up page. And I think I kind of showed you an exit pop-up page, what it looks like. If you have no idea what it is, let me show you here. Because some people, they land on your website and they want to exit immediately. And what this is, let me show you. And what this is, as you can see, if you want to exit this page, see, there is a exit pop-up, and that's what this is. So it won't let me leave. So if you say you want to stay on it, you see, it takes you to another nice. It takes you to this other nice page right here. And wow, this lady is like the number one selling product right now on ClickBank. I mean, how cool is this? So this is really cool. That tells you it's really converting. Now, if you didn't watch the live workshop on gravity technology, you want to go back and watch it, because this will really help you in selecting a good product. So that's what this is all about. So once customers, they want to leave your page without taking action, you send them to another page. Basically, you're giving something away, and then to a thank you page, and then and only then you can then take them back to your morning page again, and then that will ultimately, and then uh, you also once you also want to look for a way to collect uh, you also want to look for a way to collect their email. So when they land on this page and then they get their email, you want to send them back to your email sequence. So yeah, the things we'll do today, I don't know if you can see my screen, but the first thing we'll do is want to build a custom strategic funnel, which we already did. And step number two is want to create like an opt-in page. So to create an opt-in page, let's start with this one. You want to go right here, you want to click on. Now they have a lot of different pages. You have homepage, lead capture pages, sales pages, thank you pages, and all that. But what we want to do is one lead capture page. Let's see. A lead capture page. Let's see if I can scroll down. Let's see something. Okay, so let's go to a lead capture page. let's scroll all the way down. These are like different kinds. So you can customize on this. You can use this. You can even take this. This is a cool page. Just look at this, and you can preview it. Like this one, you can preview it and see what it looks like. See, so these are like cool designs, different kinds of landing pages you can use, and this is really really cool. I really like this design. Uh, so you can look and you can preview this one and look and see how it looks like. You can use that one if you like, and so it's a lot. But we want to do want to start from scratch. Want to start with a blank one. Want to use that, uh, and this is always good because that will help us know what we're working with. And the first thing you want to do is you want to let's see, you want to name it. Let's just say live. Uh, well, let's just name this homepage. Maybe not homepage. What do you think we should come up with? Let's just say morning map. How about that? Morning map. How about that? Or you can say mentor morning map, because that's what we're talking about today. So we name that. Let's see. Is it name? Okay. And we can go right here to name it. So let's go right here. It goes to SEO settings. So it says capture page. You wanna name it money mental money map. Money map. So you wanna name it that, and you wanna go right here and you wanna publish it. Well, you're probably not gonna publish well, so you can see the name right here, and you can see this is all like nasty. You see, we'll get a domain name. So pretty soon we'll get that. But let's go ahead and create a page for right now, and we have some steps that we have to go through. So the first thing is we have to look for like what kind of design do we want, you know? So I started out right here on Google, and I was looking at different designs of different pages. So you see this one right here, it's pretty cool. See, we can like do something like this, or we can do something like this, or maybe something like this. So let's look for a really good one, a simple one. So you know what I think? Something like this would be really, really good. Something like this. This is just a simple landing page. Let's see. Look at this. It's cool. Oh, it's good. Oh, this one too is good. So something like this would be really, really cool. I mean, what do you think? So what we need is like a background image in the first place. So we need a huge, in order for us to do this, which is, it doesn't have to be exact because we need an image. And there's a good place to get images. You can go to, uh, it's a good place to get images. Let's see. You can go, or you can go to, or you can just type in free, Google images. And they have free Google images. So I'm not sure. Free online. I'm not sure, but you can type in like free free image download, something like that. See, you have all this free image download that you can use. See, like all this free Google images. So, but a good place to go is let's just say photos. I'm not sure. Okay, because they have this website. Yeah, they have this good iStock. So iStock photos. So here's a good website you can go and get any kind of image that you want. You can just type it in. So what are we working on today? We need an image like this. So let's just say, uh, you can type in mentor money. I don't know what's gonna come up. Photos or image. Let's see. Let's see what's gonna come up. See, look at that. We just have this image. That is not so cool. It's not a very good image. That's not good enough. Okay, let's try something else. We can try like, you know, uh, girl or girl with oh, girl holding cash. Holding bunch of cash. I'm not sure. Can talk and type at the same time, but I think you get the idea. Like, yeah. So you can see this. So if you're trying to get somebody, on your page, you see this are the kind of thing. You see, so like this beautiful girl holding a stack of cash. So that kind of invites somebody to come to your page so you can download it and stuff like that. You see that? So those are the kind of things that you want to look for. you know and you can also type in on Google free images of a girl holding cash. I'm not sure, however you want to put it. So the first thing to have this is, I know we've been going here, we're going for a while. You need a background image, and I kind of have like a lot of images that I'll just grab one of them that I'll be using. Let's just grab one of these images. Mm, Let's see. You know what? I think I have some on stock. So let's see. So let's just choose any of these images. Girl with money, doesn't matter which one. So it's pretty good. Now, one thing with this image is it's a small image. You can see right here, it's a small image, and you have this girl. So let's go ahead and cancel this. So let's do this actually. Let's The first thing we want to do is get a container, because you want to put everything in a container. So and then want to click on that, want to make it smaller. Gonna make it smaller and then taller. So we just need like a kind of nice little page. I want to put things right there. So it's not have to be exactly like this, but this image will be somebody with cash rather than a beautiful girl with a bunch of cash. Uh, so let's see. So that will be, so let this be our headline. Headline. I know I might be pretty fast, but hopefully you get where I'm going with this. So you put that on it. So that's your headline. So what is our headline? What does this say? Actually, free report reveal how to. Uh, okay, let's do this. Let's just put an enter. Well, we can capitalize everything. Enter money map. Okay. Earning. $3,000 a month. See, and do something like that. Um, Also, I can make this a little bit smaller. See, I can go right there. Just make it a little bit smaller. Um, Maybe not. Make it a little bit bigger. Oh, maybe not. Okay. This works perfect. And let's see. So, so you want to highlight some things. Let me see. Let's see what it looks like. A mental money map to earning. So you want to do this a little bit. Just um, you can put earning in like gray. I mean, not gray. What color was that? I'm sure what color was that. So you can kind of do this, just to let's see what it did. And everything is on a white. It's like, okay, let's choose a background. What do you think? What you say? Okay, let's choose like a background image. Now it don't necessarily have to be something. Let's just choose something. Let's choose something like a blank, something like that or something like that. Let's choose this. What do you think? What do you say? And then now we can go right now and make this. Actually, go right now and make this white. You see how this is coming out like smooth? See? So I think this is like a really, really good funnel builder, because you see how that looks like really neat. And then guess what? See? Look at how that looks now. And then guess what? We can add like another, we can add another image. You see, I cannot talk and type at the same time. It's kind of, and we can put that image that way. Make it a little bit smaller and taller. And guess where we can put the image? Want to make it be on the right. See, you click on that, it will go on the right. See, and then now you want to get that image that we've been talking about. Get that image, choose that image on the computer. See, that is holding a stack of cash. See, you want to, and then you want to fix the image. So you want to make it taller, something like that. So that looks pretty neat. You have to make that one a little bit taller. Taller. So that way you can make your image taller too. So you see where we're going with this. So I know we've been going we've been going here for a while now, but make it taller. So we can, let's see how it looks like. So this is pretty big, and we can make it like kind of a little bit wider, not narrow, but a little bit wider, so we can get. Um, um, so, so that way we can get enough space to like do some. Now you can preview it. That's a good thing. Let's publish it so you can see. So you kind of see, like, look at this image and this one. So even though it's not exact, but you kind of get the idea of where we're going with this. And so this is how simple the image will look like. And I hope this is making sense. This is kind of like helping you out. And it doesn't matter whichever stuff you're doing. But so uh, I think we just have to cut this up right here. But next time we'll go about getting a domain, and we'll connect the dots, and we'll make like a homepage video. So you can kind of see this is really, really simple to do. Uh, I'm not sure how technical you are, but uh, I hope this is kind of making sense. You can kind of see where I'm going with this, where we're going with this. And so let me go ahead and turn this back on. So I hope this is making sense to you. And this is just some steps that I want you to think about. And in the next workshop, which will be coming, I think, the next Thursday, you'll probably get an email from me. We'll be going step by step on how to create this, so to make everything come together. So until then, I'll see you next time on Thursday, and you have a blessed day, and bye for now.